In the dead of night, the music and laughter of the golden stag are distorted. Like fog disturbed by a waving hand, they swirl, elongate, and pirouette into a nonsense of noise. On most nights, its comforting draw pulls hard, enticing you towards comfort and company, away from where the shadows are longest. But tonight, the night Braskov comes together to heal in the memories shared, the lives lived, and a community's love. One soul marches stubbornly towards the darkness. The faintest mumbles can be heard as the figure meanders their way through the dark streets and out of the safe caress of the West Gate. The clarity of dawn rouses Sindri from his slumber. He receives the parting gift of last night's indulgence. A blinding migraine forces his eyes shut and his stomach to lurch. As he gasps for air, he realizes that he is not alone. Beneath him lies a swarming mass of claws and teeth. The snarls and growls of a painful death shock him into the grim reality of his situation. So for you all, after making your way through the splintered limbs of the Stranglethorns, following the trail of breadcrumbs left by the drunken, wandering Sindri, you finally managed to gain sight of what has happened to the young halfling. And from your vantage point among the twisted, barbed limbs of the Stranglethorns, you see a terrified Sindri hanging precariously from his backpack, scant feet above a pack of ravenous ghouls, clawing and writhing at the bottom of the tree. You see he shoots his final bolt from the crossbow and whimpers as it spins wide, thunking into the dead ground. His eyes frantically scan the hostile, unforgiving landscape for any source of salvation. Amongst the thorns and tangled branches, he finds you, Jess. You see joy wrestle with panic in his tear-filled eyes, and he opens his mouth to cry out, but his throat is too dry, and the sound is lost to the rage of the ghouls below. Here we go.
That's a lot of ghouls.
That's a lot of ghouls. And we're also going to go with spirits. So you can hear them writhing. And then I'm just going to start this. Drama! So, time feels like it slows for you all when you hear the crack of the branch that Sindri is hanging from. Sindri's fate seems all but sealed as his backpack begins to slip and inch its way toward the end of the petrified wood. Now you each are going to have one action. First to shout out what they want to do will go first. He has
I assume we can move as part of this, yeah?
You have one action, so I will let you, yeah. It'll be essentially one turn.
Alright.
It's like an issue. You can move your 30 feet. If you use your 60 feet dash, that is your crack. Now, anywhere on the map that you see the Stranglethorns is half movement speed. To signify you crashing and writhing and smashing your way through the dead.
Can we
there.
Leo and Godfrey and we can see what's happening, yeah?
Yes, you can see. You've got line of sight. Any ranged attacks will be made with disadvantage from where you are. And same for you for Arwen and Jess, as there is a line of trees in front of you. Yeah. So Ben, you shouted out first. What are you doing right now this second?
All right.
A closer branch.
Okay.
Seven changes.
10, 15, 20, 25. So I can get to there, yeah?
Yeah,
I'll run directly forward. Cool. 7, 14, 20. In which case, I'm just going to run forward as fast as I can. I'm going to... I'm going to have to cast Sacred Flame as my action, just to try and get their attention. I'm going to hit the closest ghoul to me with Sacred Flame, mate.
This buddy here.
Yes.
Sacred Flame.
Just run straight in. That's going to be a Dex saving throw, I think.
Dex save for the ghoul.
Yeah, Dex saving throw, or 1d8 radiant damage.
Let's see. Oh, they're pretty light, these bastards. Oh, that's a 21.
Yeah, I think he makes it. And that's it.
Okay,
Not worse than a dexterous ghoul.
The dead wood and summon your holy power into a ball of flame and throw it through the wood. It casts towards the ghoul, but he rides just splatters against the bottom of the tree. For a split second, there's a but then we start rising and dangling forth of Sindri once again.
I guess we can move, right? And
yeah, you've got a full turn. His backpack
trying.
is inching towards the end of the branch. Collectively, they've got about 6 seconds left before he falls.
So I'm gonna go here and cast a minor illusion.
Okay.
Right. Which is, I'm gonna sort of like create a sound with this illusion.
Okay.
Which is gonna like project, you know, what we do. So I'm gonna make like a big sort of roaring noise.
Okay.
in the hope that these guys might get distracted by it or some shit.
Alright.
Nice.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh, minor illusion to distract. Okay. I think there should be some sort of contested roll.
Coming honest, mate, I've got a good roll.
I'll let you. Yeah, you roll performance,
Okay.
and these guys will roll. Yeah, add the game just in case. Wonderful. These guys are gonna go roll wisdom with disadvantage.
Okay.
Well,
Wow.
Fuck off!
and the -4 they've rolled, they still rolled a 14. So
Oh well.
when you create a minor illusion to go, "Roar," what actually happens is it goes. Only Torlek hears it, and The ghouls don't seem to mind whatsoever. So you're safe enough where the rest of the group probably didn't see you fail that badly. But all just in front of you somewhere, you hear something go. "Wow."
Arrived, man.
You can see the hope and fear wrestling on Sindri's face as he can see his compatriots running to his rescue as he slips again towards the ghouls and drops his crossbow into the writhing mass.
How high up is he?
Before he falls down, can I cast Featherfall on him?
You can, so you've got to make his descent so much slower.
He gets slowly mauled alive.
But,
So
you know,
it's like the cow into the velociraptor thing, rather than- You can cast Featherfall on him. That'll be wonderful. Do that.
Can you cast like general anesthetic so he doesn't feel it getting it?
I think that's a level 3.
What about sleep? That might be a mercy.
Yeah, I cast Good Night, Sweet Prince.
I mean, the options are Catapult, Featherfall, Magic Missile,
And you
Ice
can't
Knife,
pull him
or
out of the
Fog.
tree.
No, he's too heavy.
That would be amazing.
Is
Yeah.
the branch on popping, or is it okay?
The
I
branch
think he was
is
like
snapped
sliding down it.
right, and is now sliding down it. The entire wood around you is dead. Everything is. There is no living plants or
Okay,
living
so
trees in this.
if I try to shoot an arrow at his back to hold him onto the branch for longer, am I more likely to break the branch?
Make a nature check.
Okay. I got an 8,
Some nature.
and my nature is 0. So 8.
You think that is possibly the best option you've got right now.
Okay. Well, I'll give that a go. If Dale hasn't had her go yet, done her spell yet.
So you're going to be
Well,
aiming
he's-
to put his backpack through the branch, correct?
Yeah, I want to hold his backpack on it for as long on the branch for longer as possible.
Okay, I'm going to say with this shot, it's a disadvantage through the trees from where you are. I can tell you that there is a gap in the trees here.
Yeah, I did do that.
Gap in the trees to get through, which won't give. So that'll stop you having disadvantage. But
Yeah.
the DC, you're gonna have to make at least a 15 for this to hit with
Okay.
enough force to hold the backpack into the branch.
Oh. Has anyone else got any other ideas? It's my only thought.
Hey, go for it.
You're going now, Arwen. You shouted.
Okay.
You're off.
Oh, yes. 9. Oh wait, I've got the.
+6.
+6.
Yeah.
+6.
That's a
Nine.
15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You pull back on your bowstring. Oh, let go loose. The arrow flies past the writhing mass of ghouls. Sindri winces for a second, thinking that you're shooting him out of mercy. Then thump back.
It's my original thought.
Stops on the branch. Stops sliding forward. He turns to give you a smile as you hear the branch even louder, and he begins to sag lower as the branch begins to bend down towards the ghouls.
Oh shit.
He's now about 7 feet above the ghouls. You can see they're beginning to get animated and jump towards him. Though there's a writhing mass of them, they're not managing to get too far off the ground yet.
Are they getting snappy?
They are indeed. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Okay, Arwen, That's going to be you. You've done your action. So, Jess, do you want to go, or Godfrey, do you want to go?
I haven't got much else other than shouting really loud. I can do thaumaturgy, so it's really fucking loud. Or just run in and try and water flare. Just say any
Go for it.
better idea?
I'm still tempted to chuck an ice knife in there.
Okay, I'll run to there and I'll try and get the focus away from them. I'm going to cast thaumaturgy on myself, so my voice is 3 times as loud, and just
Okay.
shout like, "To me, demons!"
Outstanding. Let's have a performance check from you, please. Straight roll.
18. No wait, 20. I've got a +4.
Outstanding. Okay. Oh. So with that, you shout, "To me, demons!"
Yes.
The 3 nearest ghouls go, "Ah!" I turn round and see that meat is over there too.
Canned
God.
meat.
These guys, I've moved them a square forward so we can see who they are.
Okay.
And now focused on you. The other 9 are otherwise engaged.
That's all I got.
Jets, that branch is creeping ever so steadily closer to the ghouls. He's about 6 feet away from them now, just outside of the reach of your ice knife's radius.
After what you said before, I'm really worried we're just gonna destroy the tree. But if it does work, it would be so good.
Pretty good.
Isn't it time to be conscious of the Greenpeace, like, fuck tree?
Yeah, do you want? Fuck it, let's do it. Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna try casting it. Where's maximum coverage? This guy?
That guy there?
That guy there?
Okay, so that's going to get everyone within 5 feet of him, yeah? As well when it explodes, or is it 10 feet?
It's 5 feet, so that should avoid Sindri, but
That
get,
should 5 foot.
like,
But lucky.
get 1, 2, 3, 4 others.
How far do there are
Might be
4
doing
around?
Oh, where's my little dice widget gone? There it is. I mean, does a 10 even hit?
A 10 does not hit, unfortunately.
That's
So you
Still
let
explodes.
fly
though.
right through the trees towards the ghouls. That should have been a disadvantage, but we'll go. The effect will be the same regardless. Actually, no. Roll again, just in case you get a 1.
And it kills them.
It was not a 1.
Okay. Yeah, you let fly with the ice knife through the trees. The writhing mass of ghouls in front of you, you can't quite make your target entirely. The ice hits the ground just below the main ghoul. I am still going to let you let it explode though.
Oh yeah.
But the main ghoul will not take the damage from it.
That's
Just the guys
fair.
around. That thunks into the floor beneath his feet and goes... sends icy shards all over the place.
Explosion's the best bit anyway.
Yeah.
It's true with so many things.
Oh,
I mean, for some people it is.
He's dead.
I was
Never
talking
mind.
about
Let's all
damage.
leave.
I mean, what are even the odds?
That is sad.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I'll just get my jacket now, chaps.
So your ice knife explodes with these brilliant white-blue splinters flying all over the place. It's beautiful in its fury. And you manage to get 4 of these feral ghouls, like all splintered up like they've been hit by a needler in Halo, covered in these like blue crystals. Yeah, doesn't seem to affect them too much, but the ones you
Don't
have
say
hit, the ones that you have hit are now sort of focused over in your direction as to where that came from. As the ice knife explodes, Sindri cowers as it just manages to fly past him and fizzle out as it reaches his foot. But with that, the branch snapped and Sindri falls to the ground. You ready for this? Slightly more manly than Sindri. Probably would scream. Falls to the ground with a slap, and the 5 ghouls around him, 6 ghouls around him, sort of converge on top of him, and they are all going to launch into their attacks onto Sindri.
If I had Shield of Faith today, could I live us to 18?
Oh, that might have helped.
But I don't have it prepared.
I do.
Oh, how well.
But I cast Sacred Flame, so I couldn't do Shield of Faith. I'd already done a spell.
Oh, well.
3 hit. Sindri takes 15 points of damage from its claws. You see his body tense up as he takes those hits. He's now lying motionless on the ground as the ghouls rear back to devour him.
Well,
Now we're going to initiative order, peeps. So let's have initiative from you all, please.
fuck's sake. 6.
To help you, the ghouls will go last.
I'm going to keep up my streak of going second last, I guess, with the 6. Or maybe not.
Okay, that is a 13 for Arlen. 13 for Arlen.
Man, it is
14.
unfortunate people who can really do a lot in this fight are going to go last.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the
Come on,
cleric at the bottom, like.
Yeah.
Got a 2. A gentlemanly's 2. And Leo, has got a 19.
Jesus.
Here we go. Descending. So, lickety squick and quick off the mark, Leo, you leap into action. Seeing the ghouls now mainly distracted by Godfrey and Jasail. There's still a group of them around Sindri about to devour his exposed halfling flesh.
I'm still about this this shout, like. Like,
Maybe give them a performance of the Randy Bull or whatever.
They're really full of
look,
Maybe they're fans.
Right. What's the movement speed?
Yes.
Squares?
Sorry, what was that?
What's the movement speed in squares? Is it 5?
6.
It's 5, yeah.
I don't know, it's just 5. No, it's 6, isn't it?
It's always been
6.
5 minutes.
No, every square is 5 feet, but you can move 6 of them if you
Oh,
got
right,
30.
yeah. I thought you was asking how many squares.
Alright. So,
They get antsy.
I can't see all the light. They're last in turn. Right. So, not many good bardic spells until later. You know what I mean?
They're really getting antsy now.
Do you mind if I come back while I'm higher level?
Can we just? Did we not level up? Right. So if I move up here.
Yeah.
And then we'll maybe try this shouty scream again, and we'll see if it can get him to, like, you know, leave our Sindri alone. So how about if we roll some sort of big shout again?
I kind of hope that it's low, so he just goes rawr again.
I'm picturing a.
Are you ready for the rolls?
Go for it.
Oh.
It's not a very
So-
good roll.
Come down at medium volume. What does it sound like?
Still quite high pitched and shit.
Oh, that. You see two ghouls spin on you and back in your direction.
Oh, they're gonna mate with you.
You distracted these two here, and they are all about your business now.
Ghouls for the Ghoul King. Cool.
There are still 3 around Sindri, looking very hungry.
Tongue's
Anything
hanging out.
Leo,
Well, no, that's all. I mean, hang on. Is he feeling bad at all, Sindri? Does he look like he's in a bad way, like medically?
Sindri is
Medically speaking.
looks as if one of his legs may be broken.
Okay.
He also looks like frozen or paralyzed somehow. He's got a grimace on his face, but you can see his eyes are moving warily side to side as the ghouls rear up above him. He is covered in some scratches and is bleeding profusely from his wounds as they clawed him vigorously as he fell to the ground.
Cantrips are minor actions, aren't they?
Depends on the cantrip.
Most of them are.
Oh well, never mind. No
Got
healing
healing
word.
word.
Yeah, like,
That could help him.
yeah, well, that's what I was gonna do. Let's
That's what I can't do.
Healing word is a bonus action, mate.
This? Oh, slap it on then, boys. Who wants me healing word? It's 60 feet. Oh yeah, it is one bonus action. I see it. Good shout. So yeah,
So it's 1d4 plus your spellcaster modifier.
plus 3. Yeah, let's try and heal up Ricky Bobby. 1d4 plus 3. Okay. You want to know what the healing word is as well?
Yes, go for it.
Chimps! 5 chimps. As in
Chimp.
more than one chimp.
You can see that the paralysis still seems to be in effect on Sindri. Some of the wounds are closed up ever so slightly, and blood is not pouring from them so profusely. His breathing is not heavy. He doesn't look as on the edge of death as he was before.
Good time.
You may have bought him about 6 seconds.
Healing chimps. Good times. Alright.
Seeing this, Jess, you are moved to act.
Move to act.
Oh, you're-
I'll start by moving, because that is a good thing to do.
Rather. Okay.
Does that far get me out of being at disadvantage for range attacks?
It does.
Delta. Okay. What's my range on there? 20. Good. So I'm going to shoot a crossbow bolt at this gadget.
Okay, go for it.
Oh my god, that's even worse than last time.
Oh, oh
No.
yeah.
We're
Jess
good
sits
at
on the
this,
floor,
aren't we?
crosses her arms and pouts.
Orange Jesus wants Bobby to die.
Yeah, roll 20 does not like Sindri. Left fire and smash through the branches. You raise your crossbow up, you realise you've got a thorn in your armpit. And as you aim at the ghoul, it stabs you in your arm. You wow! Fly with it. It flies off into the midday sky to come down in some poor adventurer's need in half an hour.
One of the town guards, probably.
Anything
Or
else?
future
Yeah.
town guard, I guess.
No, that's it. I'll cut my losses, I think.
Okay.
Do you mean
So
Sindri
you-
by that? I cut my losses, I forget he ever existed.
Yeah. Just go back.
Bye.
Side and drink to him.
New round, who
Arwen,
did?
there is a mob of feral ghouls staring in your general direction, dried blood caked across their toothy maws, their scratching claws reaching out towards you as they try and work out where you are within the trees. See them sniffing the air, trying to work out where you are.
Alright, well I'm not gonna move. Stay where I am. I'm just trying to figure out what the range is on this whole thing. 150.
You can hit anything.
Oh, okay, that's
They're all in range.
I'm gonna try and hit that. Why is this not working? That one.
Which one? This one at the back?
That
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
because he closest to Sindri and give him a chance. I'm gonna try anyway. So we'll see what I roll. Probably 2 now. 7, and I got the
Plus.
6.
Plus 6.
So
A good old 13.
We're at 13. It's unlucky for some, but in this case, as the ghoul rears back after a quick tussle with the two either side of it, it's almost as if they're trying to decide who gets the first bite. He rears his head back, bares his teeth, and you plant an arrow right in the middle of his chest, stopping him from ducking down and tearing into Sindri's flesh. Roll damage.
oh,
So for brevity, these guys have got an armor class of 12.
oh,
Damage is.
oh,
If it's a longbow, it's 1d8 plus your dex.
oh. So I need to roll a d8, not a d10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Sorry, I mean.
Don't worry.
okay.
Stressful situation.
Oh, that's worse. 5.
Plus 2.
Why?
Is
That
plus
with-
2 is
oh,
5?
5.
So, as the arrow digs deep into the feral ghoul's chest, there's pain raw. And you buy Sindri's scant seconds as it stops it diving down and tearing into him. Anything else, Arwen?
I might as well do a quick shot on the same ghoul while I'm at it.
Go for it.
For
Oh.
fuck's sake. 2.
Oh my god!
That one.
And a 6.
That's
That's 8. But still.
a 2 plus 1. That
Oh,
one's
what?
minus the hit.
Yeah.
With the
Oh, it's a quick shot, yeah, yeah.
That's a 3. So as you pull back, this time your hands sweaty with fear and adrenaline. You pull back a little bit too far, and the arrow sort of you let go of the bowstring, the arrow drops to your feet, and the bow goes pling. As it does so, this ghoul here hears it. It's like it's now all about your business. Anything else, Arwen?
Nah. I'm just stand there. Watch Sindri get hit.
Watch him get wrecked. Okay. Godfrey, Goodspeed, you're up.
I'll strike forward, there, hold out my holy symbol, and shout, in the lady's name, let there be light. And sorry to have to do this to the Glenn, but all of them need to make a con save.
That is absolutely fine. I was prepared for this. Many D20s.
So it's
Okay.
like blinding light just explodes out of Godfrey and hits all of them.
So what am I trying to beat?
14.
14.
Pretty sure. Yes.
Oh, right. 5 saves, 7 fails.
Okay, all the ones that fail take 13 damage. All the ones that succeed take half that.
Outstanding.
So they're all blasted with divine light. Suck on that.
Suck on that. An excellent shout there,
And
Godfrey.
I've also got a bonus action. I think. Range. 5 foot. I'll actually step forward in there and use my bonus action on the rune stone to cast the word of radiance and blast those 3 around us.
Okay.
So they also need to make a con save. Any that fail
Okay.
take another 3 damage.
Give me a second. There's a lot of HP to change here.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So these 3 here. they're
This
just
guy,
the base.
this guy, and this guy.
Okay. Con saves. We've got an 8, a 7, and a 4.
So they all fail, so they all take another 3 points of radiant damage.
So you can see as the
It was all
radiant-
radiant damage. I didn't say that. I don't know if that matters.
the light bursts from you, showering these. You can see it sears their dead grey black flesh off their bones, exposing rib cages and femurs. And it, hang on, why am I doing the sound effect? That's what I couldn't see. There's a cacophony of pain screams as they writhe in the golden light. The 3 around you are looking proper dodge.
Nice. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
You've actually also got the attention practically. So when you get the guy's attention, you move towards 1 step. That guy's going to move there.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Okay, one of them. That was a great shot from you there. Okay. After seeing golden light erupt twice out of Godfrey and his powerful shout, Torlek, you are heartened as you see the majority of the ghouls are burned horrifically.
Awesome. Well, I am going to finish fighting my way through this thicket and run right up into the middle of them.
Yes.
And when I get within range, it's my turn for Channel Divinity.
Woo! Combo.
I'm going to sort of raise my my holy symbol, my shard of Dvernod Zechek's bow, and just go, "Get back, you filth!" And just every single one of them needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw, this is good. These guys, not the wisest.
Shock.
DC 13.
13, okay. Alright. Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
This is bad.
Ooh. 5 fails, 7 passes.
Okay, the ones that fail have to run from me, essentially. For a minute they're turned, they can't willingly move closer to me. They have to try and get away.
This happens immediately, yes?
Yes!
Yes!
Hang on. It must, it's turned for a minute or until it takes any damage, and it must spend its turns trying to get away from me, so I don't know if that happens immediately or not.
Right.
I mean, it actually says that if you're turned, they have no reaction, so I assume it happens on their turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it doesn't matter. Their turn next, so there's
Okay.
5 against you. We will use. What will we use? This one. So I reckon it'll be the 5 closest to you that are scared of you.
Good, they're the 5 closest to me too.
And it some of the ones closest to me, which is good.
And that one there. So, anything else from you, Torlek?
Yes, as my bonus action, I'm going to give a healing word to Sindri as well. He says he's like got lacerations all over him from being clawed by them.
He does, yes.
He
He looks a little bad kebab at the minute.
I'll just run at him and shout "Staunch!" at his wounds to try and stop the bleeding for a
Wonderful.
D4 plus spellcasting ability modifier, which is 3.
Oh,
So 4.
the roll 20 dice are horrendous.
Oh. Works just as well as him.
Okay, here we go. So, it is the ghoul. So, that one runs off. This one runs. Do you make an opportunity attack on that one, Torlek?
Of course. I'm laying about me with my
It
mace
won't
if I
run
get the
away.
chance.
Go for it.
That ain't gonna connect. What's their AC? 12? That ain't connecting.
No, that's not going to connect, but probably for the best, as he would have just turned round and attacked you. He runs off, and these two also run off, all in this direction. Okay, so last one is going to. We'll start with the one right above Sindri, as he's got one thing on his mind.
It's disgusting.
It is. It is pretty bad. Pretty bad. He's going to go in with a big old bite on Sindri. And that's pretty bad because he is on the floor on his feet. Oh! Well,
Is it just critted?
it just crit on Sindri. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh well.
Oh dear.
Oh
Oh
my.
dear. So,
He might still survive, he's got healed.
Yeah.
so as the ghoul rears up over Sindri, takes a huge bite. You see a huge welt of flesh is ripped from Sindri's neck. Arterial begins to spray, Quentin Tarantino style, all over the trees and undergrowth. And Sindri goes, he starts to choke on his own blood as he is reduced back down to 0. Okay, so these ghouls are all sort of trying to get in around Godfrey. This one's actually going to run over here and get all up in Torlek's business. So, Godfrey, you're going to receive 5 core attacks
Yay.
from these ghouls. Okay, you ready? What is your AC, Mr. Godfrey?
18.
18, that's pretty fucking good.
Is it
that's
good
gonna
enough though?
That's gonna save you from 3 of them. 2 of them
Then-
do manage to find
Then
the
I'll
spots.
cast Warden Flare on the first one so that they have disadvantage.
Ah, right, okay. You roll exactly the same.
What a dick!
I do apologise. Here we go. Oh dear. That is 12 points of slashing damage, Godfrey.
Ow.
And I'm make a Constitution saving throw, please.
God damn crazy
Okay,
ghouls.
well, I rolled a 1.
Well, that's
So,
not good. As
Down
your
to 7
body
hit points and paralyzed. Woo!
reacts to the poison and festering shite on the cause of the ghouls, you are muscles contort. You are paralyzed. Torlek, the ghouls lash out towards you with single filthy claw. Ooh, dear. That's a 22 to hit, Torlek.
That's gonna hit, yeah.
Not so bad this time. That's only 4 points of slashing damage as the dirty, festering claw gouges a line in your flesh and blood begins to run hot. Have a constitution save too as well, please.
Oh dear.
Don't roll a 1.
Oh, you feel fire caught through your
Oh,
body.
fuck.
Ah, your muscles contort. You are paralyzed.
Fuck.
I think we're all dead.
As you struggle to move, you see a toothy maw covered in dried blood, stinking with festering flesh inside it. Just
You should all start new jobs as lives as farmers.
right, gets right up in your business. Here we go. Okay, that is the ghoul's turn. It is the top of the round. Leo, you're upset. Some of the ghouls have charged off into the strangle thorns to the north of you, leaving only one above Sindri. But as your two heavily armored compatriots have gone toe to toe with the rest of them, and both seem to be very worse for the wear right now.
Might be able to move up to this guy then. And yeah, I guess we'll try and stick him with the pointy end. Because that's what I do. So, guy's gonna take a rapier attack.
Okay, wonderful.
Sorry?
Roll.
Yeah, it's gonna. I'm gonna swash me buckles at this guy. Let's have a look.
As you close in with this ghoul, you realise this is one of the ones that looks pretty good.
Oh, don't that.
Okay,
14.
you hit, manage to connect with the dead grey flesh and pierce.
Good times. So if it's gonna pierce at 1d8 plus 2.
Ooh.
What's it gonna be? It's gonna be 10 max damage. Big.
Finally.
Outstanding. You get this thing right between the clavicles. Pierces right through your ears. Oh. There's like this black blood and bile begins to bubble out of the sword, the small piercing in his throat and out of its mouth. As you drive the hilt of the rapier towards the ghoul, you see it actually leans in closer towards you. It is still on its feet though.
Oh, okay. Alrighty then. That's all I've got, man.
Okay, that is fair enough.
You could still bonus action heal someone.
Mate, there's no bonus action healing him. I think we're better off leaving him for the moment.
No, heal me. Forget Cindy.
Oh, I see this. Oh, all right, that's bonus action healing word. All right. What's the bonus action healing word? Is 1d. Let's have a look.
4.
Is it the 4 plus? Let's have a look. Sorry, I've totally lost my spell card. 1d4 plus 3. Let's have this.
They're getting
getting
angry.
I'm getting snappy. 1d4 plus 3.
Nice.
Bonobo!
Oh boom!
It's just monkey related things.
Yeah.
Okay, that might keep us alive for one round.
I
Hopefully.
think it might. Cool. That's me done. Next.
Okay, Jess, you're on deck.
Okay, let's see if we can do something good this turn.
That's a good, positive mental attitude. to the grizzly that is in front of you.
You don't have a
Plus
nice
1
line
CMA.
spell, do you? That would be perfect for those 4 in a row.
I do not. I'm wary of chucking an ice knife in because the only way I could do it effectively would
Godfrey.
be to hit Godfrey.
Yeah.
Right, if I boop up here and fire on Disco with a crossbow, because at least that'll free 2 of us up to come help you guys.
Yes, go for it.
Oh, it's time for it.
Oh
Ah!
god!
As you move and line up the shot, the ghoul that Leo is engaged with, one of the other ghouls sort of turns towards you and cuts you off ever so slightly as a scream comes out of nowhere, jars your shot and flies off, barely missing Leo's head as it flies past him and thunks into the dead tree 15, 20 feet behind him.
Sorry.
An attempt was made.
It's the thought that counts, and that's what I'm going to cling to throughout this game, apparently.
You're the most roguish wizard I've ever seen.
I think rogues sometimes hit.
Not in my experience.
No, nothing. Okay. Anything else for yourself?
No, I've got no bonusy stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arwen, your recent compatriots are surrounded by hordes of undead, ripping and tearing at their clothing and armor.
Yeah.
Do you go and buy some carrots from Audra and think, fuck this, I'm out, bitches?
I
That's
think it's
always
crossed
an
her
option.
mind. I think it's crossed her mind, but I think still the right idea of trying to free people up by getting rid of this guy, so that we can go and help everybody else down there.
Natural one. Natural one.
Don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Yeah, we'll see. I hit the tree and not Cindy, of course, so I'll see what.
Yay, me.
That's
Gonna hit him.
13.
Okay, so let's have some damage off you, Arwen.
Yeah. For fuck's sake. D8 plus
What's it?
2 plus only fucking
5.
5.
So you line up your shots just as Leo extracts his rapier from the ghoul. As he does so, it lurches forward towards him, claws raised and teeth bared as if to rip out his throat. It gets within millimeters of his face before your arrow pierces the side of its skull and pins it to the tree Sindri was hanging from. With the last, it stops moving and goes into a twitchy spasm of death.
Yay.
Okay, cool. And so I've got one more thing, right? I might use my quick shot on.
The ones right next to me are like barely alive.
Oh, okay. Well, we can go for this guy. Ah, what is my quick shot on him?
Go for it.
That is. Oh, a 13 and 6 is.
19.
No, it's not a quick shot.
That's
It's a quick
a
shot.
hit. It's still gonna
yeah.
hit.
So you damage.
Damage.
Oh, crap. It's like I forgot how to use the laptop as well. Oh, God's sake. 7
Nice.
quick shot. Damage, yeah, 2, so that's 9.
Fantastic. So you let fly with your arrow again at a critical moment as the feral ghoul lashes out with a claw towards Godfrey's face. But before the hand can connect, your arrow pierces its heart at the palm, pins it to its shoulder, rips itself free from the arrow. The arrow's still poking out of its shoulder. It's got an now big hole in its hand. It's like, screaming at its hand, managed to save another critical strike on Godfrey.
Nice.
Anything? Oh, and you quite happily crouch in the dead wood there.
Yeah, if they haven't figured out where I am yet, I feel like it's particularly useful because everyone else is kind of out in the open, so I can get some shots in without being.
Yeah, there's some bigger bits of dinner that are much more easy to find that they're concentrating on right now. Speaking of dinner, Godfrey, you're up next.
Well, I'm paralyzed, aren't I?
Yes. You can make a save.
Oh, yes. 20.
Constitution saving throw. Fantastic. You
18
are
plus
not
2.
paralyzed anymore. So that is the end of your turn.
Yay. I'm unparalyzed in time to die.
Outstanding. Torlek. Saving throw, please.
One saving throw coming up. 13.
13. You are not paralyzed as you manage to shake off the fire in your veins. Your arms, you regain feeling the soreness in the muscles, but you are ready to rock and roll just as the ghouls increase in their ferocity.
Oh, not phase 2 ghouls.
They leap forward into action. Alright, let's see what we're going to do here. What would the ghouls do? I am
Shit,
going
fall
to
in it.
roll. I'm going to roll the 3 of them. Woo! 2 of them are so distracted by the scent of fresh blood just behind them that they turn from the fight. Godfrey, you're going to get a reaction shot on that one if you want.
Okay. 14 plus. This is just like a mace one, right? So
Yep. Standard
plus
mace.
6, so 20.
That's a dirty 20. You're going to connect with it.
And it
See
does
where you hit
8 damage.
8 damage. You
Wow.
crush the back of the ghoul's head as it turns onto the helpless Sindri. There's a sickening crunch as your mace is covered in black, ichor-like blood, and it drops to the floor with a begins to twitch violently on the floor. The other one is going to launch at Sindri with its claw attack, causing 2 death saving throw failures.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's not good.
These ones are going to move into position around Godfrey and unleash their horrific claw attacks on you. You're going to suffer 2 claw attacks. One's just going to go for a straight up bite. It thinks you're tenderized enough for it. Okay, so the claw attacks. The bite, thankfully, misses. You only rolled a 2. The claw attacks are a 19 piece.
Yeah. Well, they're both gonna hit, and I don't have a reaction because I killed that. Like.
Oh dear. That is going to be 10 points of damage. And a
Okay.
constitution save throw, please.
I'm still up with 3 hit points. 17 on the save.
17 on the save. Outstanding. So you feel the fire burn in your veins again. But you've already shaken it off once. You're not putting up with this shit anymore. You managed to stay on your feet and stay standing. Okay. I'm gonna do
Elton John.
Sindri. Death saving throw for Sindri. I'm gonna let roll 20 decide his fate.
Oh god. Well, the rules he hates him. He's dead.
Yeah! He breathed a rasping breath as his life would still drains out onto the ground around him. Okay, Leo, let's have some stellar action from you. You're up now, sir.
Stellar action! Alright, let's go over here. Try and round these guys. Let's try and stab this ghoul then, eh? Stab that ghoul.
Stab real good.
Stab
it
him.
real good.
Stab it real good. Oh, 18.
Oh, you can stab it real ghoul. You get it set to mass with that rapier.
Yeah, it's getting ghoul here, like. He's getting full on ghoul. 2 stands. Just 2. Yeah. Yeah, 7.
Good hit. So you stab it just to the right of its navel and dig your rapier deep. But before you have time to extract it, just rips it free. There's a huge chunk of ghoul flesh left on the point of your rapier now. The black blood seeping down out of this gash wound in its side, and it just in your face.
Lovely. What a guy. Right, can I also heal our Sindri again? Can I lay me hands on him?
Yeah. What is it? Is it how many healing words have you got?
This is cure wounds, mate.
Cure wounds is an action though, which you just use to attack.
Yeah.
You can't do healing word because it's a bonus action.
Yeah. I don't know how many times can you use healing word.
Depends how many
I guess
spells
so.
slots you've got. I've got 3.
3?
You've cast 2,
Yeah.
I think. So you've probably got 1 more.
Yeah, cool. Let's just do that then. Let's at least try and save the lad.
It'll reset his death save at the very least.
I know this is like designed to fuck him up, but let's try not do that. So yeah, healing word again for that lad. What did you want for the healing word? The roll for it?
1d4.
Oh, it's just a action. Yeah, 1d4 plus 3. Sweet.
Level 2, so you will have that extra spell slot. That's good.
1d4 plus 3. Macaque! There you go.
As
So
you
you get
shout
stick.
attack, you see the wound around Sindra's neck doesn't close, but it stops bleeding as if the arteries have been cauterized. You
Yeah.
see his become slightly less ragged, and his eyes begin to flutter. Not quite out yet, though.
It would be nice if Sindri used his turn to heal us.
That would be really cool, wouldn't it?
Sindri would, but Sindri is paralyzed as fuck.
Ah, that's true. You just get bitten a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, he did, yeah.
Alright, that's me.
Is that you?
That's all I got, man.
Jessiel, you're up next. You're...
Okay, so yeah. So there's 3 ghouls here.
Yes.
I'm gonna look at all of them very intently and cast magic missile.
Outstanding. At those 3 ghouls there. Let's have what damage.
That many.
It doesn't add something, magic missile.
Plus-
Oh, is it plus my
Not
end?
plus
One.
2, it's plus 1 or plus 2 to each missile.
I think it's +1. It's 4 +1 at the minute. Unless
Okay.
you cast at a higher level. Okay, so
So a 3, a 5, and a 3.
first magic missile connects with the ghoul directly north of Godfrey. Knocks it off balance as he was just about to chew on Godfrey's armor. Managed to knock him out of the way. Second magic missile, as this second ghoul turns towards Torlek with a hungry look in his eyes. It just takes its head straight off with a
Yes.
burst of arcane light. It falls to the floor and begins to twitch violently. And the third magic missile connects with the last of the foul ghouls, harassing Godfrey. This time it was going in for a big double-handed claw attack. You strike its center mass and knock it off balance ever so slightly, buying Godfrey precious seconds to live. Now that was some magic shit.
Yeah. Woo!
Get in. Anything else, Jess?
Magic. Magic.
I have no bonus magic, so that's me done.
Okay, wonderful.
Shout encouragement.
Arwen.
Right. Gonna do a hand. The only thing I can actually really do.
Tron.
I already put them. The one to the left of the boxer. Oh. Rolling the dice. Oh, 15 and 6 is 21.
That's a hit.
Nice.
And then damage, yes? Oh, fuck's sake. 6.
6.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Average damage.
So as Godfrey holds this ghoul at bay with his shield, you can see he's about to lose the strength battle as it's clawing, trying to rip the shield out of his hands. His shield drops, the ghoul's head rears back to take a huge bite out of Godfrey's neck, and you pierce its skull perfectly with an arrow just before his teeth hit the flesh. He flies back off Godfrey and lands on the floor, twitching and spasming in death.
Great. And I'll quick shot at the other one.
Natural one! Natural one!
Okay.
Roll.
Oh,
I mean, everyone else has rolled one.
9. And a 9 and a 6. No, wait, no, it's 10. Yeah.
Yeah, 10.
And that shot flies wide, barely missing the unconscious form of Sindri lying. Oh, the fluttering, paralyzed form, the arrow wisps over the top of him, thunks into the ground 5 feet behind his head.
Just imagine him sitting up. I'm alive!
Alright, that's me done.
Okay, wonderful. Godfrey, you're up. There's only one of the foul beings still harassing you in front, offending everything that is holy about you with its presence.
I'll just try and hit it with mace, I guess.
Only 2 of them now, so this probably.
15.
15, that is a hit.
Oh yes, max damage. 10 damage.
10 damage. You raise your mace up and catch it perfectly with your shield. You bash, knock it off balance, its arms flail wide, and you just bring the mace down, sending its head down into its chest cavity with that. It blinks once and falls backwards.
Yep, that'll be it for me, I think.
That'll be it. Torlek, the final
Go on.
harasses you.
Alright, well,
The flurry of blows. You manage to catch the claws on your new shield. Scratches of metal screech in the air.
none of this. This thing's going down. Mace to the face. Melee attack. 12.
12. That is
Just enough.
just enough. Just enough to connect.
Beautiful. Well, he's going to take a d6 of bludgeoning then. 2.
Take that, you.
So as you back out with the mace, it rolls its body just so you don't actually connect with the head. What you do is take a huge gouge of flesh out of its chest. It slots to the floor and it
Gross.
and then as it does so, it scurries backwards, disengages from you, and runs straight into the trees. There's a thrashing of limbs and branches as it disappears. Jess, you can still hear that as it smashes around through the trees. Sounds as if it's trying to circle around the group of you. Leo, you're up next.
Can I roll a nature check to smell if there's any bullshit afoot?
You can roll perception to see where the bullshit is.
Because it sure smells like bullshit in the air. Oh. No, let's help our Sindri up. Let's try and find out what's happening with Sindri.
Okay, so as you move over to Sindri, you see that he is taut, in a rictus state, as if all of his muscles have been frozen.
It's I've not got anything for you, old boy. No.
Give him a sports massage.
Yeah, just a.
You can try
An
and
ice-
stabilize him, medicine check style,
He's
without
been healed,
magic.
I think.
He has been healed, but I think he's still alive, right?
Full of ghoul venom.
Yeah, I've not got anything for him for that really.
It's very good he was healed because I put out roll his death saving throw anyway to see what it was. Natural 1.
Oh shit!
Oh well.
Skin of his teeth.
I just I've not seen shit like this before. You know, it's a weird one. Let's try and get some other people who know medical things on the case.
Right. Anything else you want to do? Now you can perception check to see if you can hear where this final ghoul has gone. You can hear thrashing in the woods, sort of in this general direction.
Yeah, I still reckon I should have had a swipe at him as he left, like, but don't worry about it.
Disengaged. Yeah, if you
Disengage,
disengage, then you can't.
I'll move up to this side and we'll just have a general sniff around the woods.
So a perception check off you then, please.
That is perception. That's ooh, 19 plus perception.
Outstanding.
3,
Hit
22.
a heartbeat to listen to the thrashing and the snarling. You work out exactly where this ghoul is. It is directly behind Jessil in the woods.
Oh.
Do you tell me this before my turn?
If you want to shout to Jessil, that would be your action.
He's routing you!
So with that, on initiative count 15, when he leaps from the trees behind you, Jessil, you are not surprised. You have anticipated the attack.
Thanks.
So he does not get his ghouly advantage, but he is going to lash out with 2 savage claw attacks at you. And that is a 13 and a 21 to hit.
Ooh,
Right.
yeah, they hit.
Even the 13.
Yep. I have less AC than he does.
That is 11
The naked guy.
damage. As he pounces out of the trees on top of you, slashing at you with his claws. Now I'm going to need you to make 2 checks for me now. The first,
Okay.
are you still up? 11 points of damage.
Oof. Okay.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Are you still on your feet?
Just.
Just lovely, right? The first check is a strength check, please.
Oh my.
Hey.
Oh, that wasn't too bad actually. Okay.
Okay. Fantastic. That is not too bad at all. With that, here we go. Oh yes. So as he jumps out of the trees on top of you, you get the feeling he's trying to knock you to the floor, to rip into you. But you manage to just step back in time, shoulder the weight of him, and you take 2 raking claw attacks across your chesticles area. And then make a Constitution saving throw, please.
many.
Oh,
You feel fire in your veins as your muscles freeze in a painful paralytic movement. You cannot move. You are paralyzed.
Ah.
Well, piss.
You leap out free with a monster screech. Freeze over his prey at the rest of you in defiance. Jess, you can make a Constitution saving throw now to see if you can get rid of it as it's your turn.
Is that enough?
That is enough. You manage to shake off the poison's effects, but it does end your turn. Arwen, you've just seen a ghoul leap out of the trees, try and pounce on Jess. Ripped into her clothing, blood is streaming down her chest.
I'm moving far enough so I can get a clear shot at him. don't know why-
Natural. What? Natural. Go for it.
Oh. 3 and 6, 9.
9. The shot goes wide as there's tussling, moving bodies in this close combat grappling situation. Flies off into the. You hear a distant thunk.
Shit. Okay. I'll try a quick shot as well then. Only one thing I can do.
Ah!
7 and a piece of 1. That's 8.
Dead. Second shot flies wide too, this time barely missing Jaciel's head. Jaciel, you feel the air move as your hair wisps up as you hear another thud into the tree 5 feet to your left.
Me done. Don't have anything else to do.
Godfrey, Godspeed.
I'll Sacred Flame it. Deck save.
Oh. It's an 18, sir.
Yeah, that succeeds.
That angle is it? No, it's 19. I do apologize. It's a 19.
It succeeds more.
Succeeds hard.
Hold Jaciel into the wave of flame, and then Jess manages to wrench herself free of the ghoul's grip, and the flame bursts against one of the dead trees behind it, leaving scorch marks and glowing, brilliant white embers on the tree. Anything else?
No. No.
Torlek, it's all down to
Oh dear. Well, I can't get there. So I'm going to run as much as I can up next to Jaciel, and then point blank Sacred Flame this thing right in the face. Dex save, please, sir.
I think I'm going to let roll 20 decide Jaciel's fate.
She's not paralyzed anymore.
7.
Get him.
Nice. So that's a
Sacred
D8,
Flame.
right?
Right.
Sacred Flame. It's going to take a D8 of Radiant, which is going to be 5 Radiant damage to the face.
To the face. It rears back, bare teeth, aiming towards Jaciel's neck. It lurches forward. Jaciel, your heart stops in your chest. You anticipate the worst, and then there's a burst of heat. And a loud scream as the ghoul is immolated right in front of you from Torlek's Sacred Flame.
That was close.
I had him on the ropes.
In the bouncing where flesh melts off and it turns to bones, then ash and falls to the floor. All is quiet in the woods of the ghouls. You guys survived. You can take a moment to breathe. Your hearts are beating loud in your chest, and the blood is still rushing. And in the quiet moment, you hear it come from Sindri.
I'm just gonna lean on my mace, kind of take some breaths since I'm barely standing.
As you do,
Fuck's sake.
you see the wound in his neck that didn't quite heal. As you look closely, is festering and bubbling with
Oh, I do
pus and black leaking out flesh.
Unless I
There's
can
a rasped breath from Sindri. And looks on the edge of death. His breathing goes very, very slow. His eyes close again, and he's relaxed.
Can I do a medicine check to try and work out what would fix him?
You can, yes.
Is this something that Giselle and Sindri have seen before? Obviously, I know he's not seeing much at the minute, but
Yes, it's something you've experienced before.
25.
Sindri's neck is festering and infected, and he has succumbed momentarily to the poison coursing through his body. You know, a wound like this can only truly be healed in hallowed ground or a sacred place like a temple. Until you get him there, he will constantly need attention to keep him from dying.
Joy.
Christ, we've had 2 sessions of attention for him.
He's kind of needy, like, isn't he?
Isn't he?
Okay, we've got to get him back to the temple in town.
I have
yeah,
It's
this
spare
happened to
the.
us on the way here.
that you suffered, Jess, as you it does a normal festering wound does damage at the end of every day. Because this one is on the throat and it is a level 2 festering wound because of the amount of times he nearly died. This is going to do 3d8 points of damage every hour.
Fuck it.
Has anyone got a TP scroll?
I
I've
have
got
still
spare-
all
mending.
these healing spells left, so I can keep bringing them back round. I can bring them back round 3 times.
I have spare the dying as a cantrip. Can I stabilize him with that?
Oh.
Or buy him some time at least?
It will buy him some time, and that will stop the poison from killing him for the next hour.
Okay, well in that case, Torlek's in the middle of offering his hand to Giselle to help her get up, but then realizes what's going on and immediately just runs over, leaves her hanging, and starts and casts Spare the Dying. It just runs over and touches Sindri.
That's legit.
How far are we from the town?
What does your Spare the Dying look like?
Just a sort of mild glow on the point of contact. That's about it. Nothing flashy, just channeling divine energy into him. Try and
Wonderful.
give him back
I'm
some
probably
colour.
gonna have to carry him on her.
As you do that, you reach out with your hand and notice some of the wounds on you don't look too good either. Have a saving throw off you, please, Torlek.
A what saving throw, sorry?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit. Ha! 4.
You recognize that your wounds are also festering and infected and will need attention. At the end of every day, that is going to do 1d8 damage to you at the end of every 24 hours.
Okay.
We're only like a
How far
couple of miles outside of the town, though, aren't we?
How quickly will it take us to get to the town if you were like for Owen to get to the town like she was running?
You would assume running. First,
Yeah.
you'd have to get out of the stranglethorns.
Yeah.
That's going to be about an hour to get out of the stranglethorns from where you are back down the road at your elven pace and to the town.
I was thinking I could go get Mondra and like come back with him.
For a carrot?
Yeah.
What?
No, to bring him
To
carry
to
people.
carry him.
If you bring
He's
it,
only a gnome, isn't he? He's a
The
little lad.
wounds on your chest are also burning. As you look down, you can see that they are also pulsing with yellow pus and black
that?
ichor. Jess.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, I was quite injured, so I just thought.
All right. I'm just gonna pick up the halfling and start heading back towards town then.
as you do so, you realize the scratches on your arms are festering also.
I ignore that.
Constitution saving throw from Godfrey and Jess, please.
Festering wounds. Festering wounds.
11, I think. Yeah, 11.
You're both going to take 1d8 damage at the end of 24 hours. Your wounds are heavily infected.
Hallowed ground. Hallowed ground.
Yeah.
Hallowed.
I want to go get and bring them.
Yeah, we'll be able to make it.
Also, to all three of you, your hit point maximum is reduced by 6.
How does that relate if we've already taken damage and have less than 6?
It's just your hit
Yeah, max. It's fine.
Oh, max. Okay.
hit point temporarily reduced by 6. Sindri's, however, are temporarily reduced by 11.
Ooh.
I get it.
So
you
what
want
does he
to
have as a max? Like 3.
Sindri has.
-4.
Where is he? Where is he? Sindri has 14 hit points at the minute, so he's got 3
That's not too bad.
currently. But if he doesn't,
But his
if you don't
max
get
is
back
3.
down before your healing spells wear out, he's going to take enough damage.
3d8.
He's going to take enough damage to kill him.
Yeah.
Let's get a shift on back to town.
Okay, who is carrying Sindri?
I will, I suppose.
You will. Okay, let's have a strength check off you, please, to see how well you can bear the load with your heavy armor, your shield, and your mace.
Guidance.
Like athletics or well strength sim.
This is endurance, so athletics. Go for it.
I'm gonna guidance him for
21.
this. Oh, easy.
21.
Fine.
It's like
I've got a
lifting
80 in
weight.
strength. But I'll take the guidance for another 3, so 24.
4. Yeah. It's like carrying a single potato for you.
I just put them in my pocket.
One of them. Okay, so we turn on.
I like that
to-
I'm barely alive with like 3 hit points, and I'm just like, this guy weighs nothing still.
Here we go.
He's dehydrated from all the beer
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
he's the
and blood
husk.
loss. He's just like a little halfling prune.
Yeah.
So who is going to lead the party through the woods?
I think Owen's the most woody of the lot.
Yeah, and I haven't been hit, so.
I'm
Sam
gonna
is
cast
survived.
Cure
Check
Wound on myself.
Survival check.
Again, survival check.
As the rain begins to intensify.
15 plus 3 to 21.
$21.
Yeah.
Okay. So a heavy rain now begins to fall, drowning out the world in a cacophony. The dense forest of dead wood covered in flesh-tearing thorns feels immense, overwhelming, and disorientating. But you manage to find the path in which you entered. The smell of death follows you as you pick your way through the stranglethorns. Huge swirls of dead briar bushes bar your way and turn you around. You manage to get within sight of the edge of the forest. And you hear very close behind you. You're not sure that they know where you are, but you know that they are close. You've all been making quite a bit of noise travelling through the stranglethorns. But What do you do now? You reckon you've got 10 minutes of travel to get out of the woods.
Can I kind of look up at the sky, see what the weather's doing? Do I think it's going to get worse, get better in that time?
It's going to get a lot worse. You know, you've seen storms like this on the sea. This is going to get intense very quickly, to the point where your vision will be obscured and it'll be hard to navigate. You do, Torlek. You can see movement through the twisted branches, 30, 40 feet out, scurrying around through the undergrowth. The sounds are just audible under the roar of the rain. They're definitely being followed.
I'm gonna just relay that to the group then.
Do you think like a tapestry that steals stuff off?
Just be like, guys, they're not far behind.
As you say that, you hear a scream closer. What do you all do?
Yeah, I'm thinking run, like.
Yeah, if we were within, I can't speak, sight of the edge. Although, did you say it was 10 minutes still to the edge?
Yeah, about 10 minutes. At the pace you were going, it's going to take about 10 minutes to get.
Well, can we pick up the pace?
Can we significantly pick up the pace?
So, Arwen, you know that significantly picking up the pace will get you to the edge of the forest much quicker, but will make a lot more noise.
A check on what it is that's actually following us.
The scream closer. Torlek can see more movement through the branches.
Can I tell anything about it, or can I just see shifting shapes?
Shifting shapes, but you're fairly certain it's more ghouls.
Okay.
It's what the woods are for. And it's also where you are asked to go and take out the huge pack of roaming ghouls that threaten the town.
Guys, I think we're making too much noise anyway. We're carrying someone with snapping twigs. 2 of us are wearing plate armor. I suggest we just fucking go as fast as we can, because stealth ain't really an option.
Finish saying loud,
as well.
those scream louder, closer.
Yeah, let's get a jog on them.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I'm going to need dexterity checks from all of you, please.
Ha! Okay.
Oh my.
Oh well.
It was nice knowing you all.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
7.
Oh dear.
Oof.
With a -1, I got 14.
Wow. That's not bad.
Yeah. Probably the best one out of Ella roll.
Is it like one group following us, or is it lots of like individuals from different directions?
Make a perception check.
Because all the checks have gone so well for me today.
We will say you're doing this
Oh.
just before you start running. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. They might be in the trees above you. They are all of
You-
them.
Twice in a row!
In
What?
front of
I'm
you.
standing on one right now.
I think I'm a ghoul.
You pick up the pace and start forging ahead through the falling rain as it gets louder. Visibility is more obscured. The screamings now screaming hot on your heels as you charge bravely through the stranglethorns. Owen, you get a sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach with the ghouls on your tail and the worsening weather. You're running in circles. The soles of your boots are crunching loudly on the dried wood The sharp debris is starting to poke through uncomfortably, making every step a chore. The utter void of life in this place is wearing heavily on you all. As the screams seem almost on top of you, you finally break through, back out Stranglethorns, and into the open air. There's a few
Right.
disgruntled screeches from in the trees. Torlek, as you turn around, you see many sets of gimlet eyes prowling on, sniffing towards you. As they see that you are standing out in the open near the road, they slink back into the shadows. I'm gonna leave it there for this evening, guys.
This took.
I say we wait for the wood to dry out, they just set the whole thing on fire.
I'm on board with this.
Yeah.